What is up, guys? Skyler here. Today we're doing Gordon Ramsay versus Julia Child. Hit the sub if you're new here. We're on the road to 1,000. We'll probably hit it by the end of the week. One thing I want to say before we get into it, I know you guys been requesting me to do Freshie Canal and a lot of these other battle type things, along with Oversimplified too, and I haven't been doing diverse content lately. I've been appeasing the algorithm to lead up to the new ERB because I knew it was coming. But now, since the new ERB was released, I'll be diversifying a lot more. So leave y'all's requests for sure, because I'll be taking them into consideration heavy for if not this week, next week for sure. But let's get into it. Oh, and one more thing, my audio was a little quiet in my last video, the ERB audio. Let me know if I fixed that at all. I don't know what the hell happened, but yeah, look. This is the weirdest intro so far, which makes sense. Oh yes, we go into the jelly or grape. Okay. Her background's amazing. I really like that background. And we're back in the kitchen. But one thing I want to say is, you know, I was not super familiar with Julia Child. Definitely one of the people I'm less familiar with of all the people I've done ERBs. She is super tall. She is like as tall as me. I'm 6'3". She's like 6'2". She's a tall woman. I learned so much interesting stuff about her. She is a lot more than just a chef. Very interesting things. I hope they bring them up. And I hope they bring up the idiot sandwich thing. I don't know if that was after this video. Maybe it was. But I hope idiot sandwich is mentioned if it wasn't. Or if it was.
And that's how you make a perfect risotto. Right. Mrs. Child, welcome to the grown-ups table. And you should be grateful because I'm in the fucking weeds. With all these shows to pitch, I keep my ovens preheated and my pilots greenlit.
Okay, solid start. Dude, I really like the intro. The cool little intro at the beginning. I haven't seen that in ERB, but I did like how he started off. So he said, where are we at? Oh, okay, here we go.
To the grown-ups table. Welcome to the grown-ups
Damn it.
Right.
Mrs. Child, Julia Child, welcome to the grown-ups table, because, you know, her name, Julia Child. So I like that. That was a pretty good couple bars. And then he talks about all the shows. He's in all the weeds of these shows because, you know, Gordon Ramsay is definitely the most famous chef of our time, especially when it comes to TV celebrity style. And, you know, all these shows around him, I'm not a big show. I see the memes and stuff about it, and I may watch it occasionally on YouTube or something. But, like, he's on, like, so many different shows. He's in the weeds of it all, you know. And there's not a whole lot of super successful shows, you know, without him, in my opinion, the ones I've seen.
With all these shows to pitch, I keep my ovens preheated and my pilots greenlit.
And pilots greenlit, that means the shows are good to go. All the shows he's on, although he's stretching the weeds of all of them and stretched across all of them, they're all still good.
I'm a seasoned skillet, you're a Pam sprayed pan. Michelin star, you're like the Michelin man. Like beef Wellington from Hollerin', and I'm shitting on you like I'm workflow intolerant.
Oh my god, that was super short. Hold up. Lactose intolerant. I like that. But and I like how he's yelling. You can hear him yell. Like, that's perfect. They're fitting him very well. And then one thing on the Michelin, so I got Michelin stars. That's like the rating system, and a lot of Gordon Ramsay's places has really, you know, really good reviews. But the Michelin Man kind of, you know, body shaming her, because the Michelin Man, I'm pretty sure, is that big ass white thing. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then what else did he said something else here. Oh, I'm a seasoned skillet. You're a Pam sprayed pan. The flow right there. But Pam is like that typical store brand stuff. He's saying that, you know, there's nothing special about you. Nothing too crazy so far. Nothing super deep.
Sprayed pan, Michelin star, you're like the Michelin man. I'm rolling in dough like beef Wellington from Hollerin', and I'm shitting on you.
Beef Wellington.
Isn't that a wonderful thing? A grumpy little chef who thinks he can bring enough stuff to justify getting wrong with the butter-loving queen of the Bourguignon bar. I rock hard as concrete on top of these bombs.
Okay, I need to go back because I honestly could not. I didn't, like, I grabbed my headphones. Understanding that was a little, I wasn't expecting that voice. Well, even though, you know, it is like her, I wasn't really expecting it. Okay, so let me go back a little bit.
Isn't that a wonderful thing? A grumpy little chap who thinks he can bring enough salt to justify getting wrong with the butter-loving queen of the Bourguignon bar. I rock hard.
Okay, I understand. Her accent that she's playing the character as was just hard to understand at the beginning. I wasn't really paying attention to the words. I was just looking at what was going on. So he's basically saying, you know, I like how she calls herself the butter-loving queen, because what Julia Child would say is, you know, with enough butter, anything is good. And she's basically just messing with him, talking about, you know, being a small man. He's basically belittling people because he's little.
Who thinks he can bring enough salt to justify getting wrong with the butter-loving queen of the Bourguignon bar. I rock hard as concrete on top of these bomb beats. Been since you sucked on your mom's teeth.
That's true.
Beautifully, and I slice Lord beautiful. I reign supreme from shark repellent to shark.
Ooh, they brought that up. I like that. Okay, so this was amazing right here. Where were we at? I served America dutifully. Shark repellent. So she's saying, okay, so she was a part of like the OSS, which was basically the CIA before it was the CIA. Like that's how, you know. And so that's how she served America, because she wasn't allowed in the armed forces at the time. But from shark repellent to I don't know how to pronounce that. When it comes to meals and like cooked meals, I'm not a big chef person. So I will miss these lines and I won't know how to pronounce them. But from shark repellent, the interesting thing is Julia Child was part of the team, and she was, I think, the head of it, who cooked shark repellent, because not only it was still rare, but people were getting attacked by sharks a little bit more commonly, you know, the soldiers and stuff like that. Along with the shark, they made the shark repellent for, you know, that way the torpedoes wouldn't hit sharks, or sharks wouldn't go for them. So, and it wasn't super successful. I think it had like a 60 to 70% rate of actually working. But yeah, so she made shark repellent, which is weird to think. But very interesting stuff. I was very surprised when I read about that. I was like, that's the craziest thing I ever thought. But yeah, so Julia Child was way before Gordon Ramsay, cooked way before he was even alive. And then these bomb beats, but bomb B, I like that. And her flow, I really like it. And the beat in the background. That's disrespectful as hell. So she talked about how you know, he had a rough childhood and stuff like that, and poor abused youth. Set a 30-year timer. Voila, huge douche. I like that. That was put really well. But there's only one F word, France. You know, Gordon Ramsay swears a lot in his show. And there's, you know, he's a very angered man sometimes. But Julia Child, that face. You know, she brought a lot of her shows and everything like that were to bring France's style of cooking, things like that, to America and things like that. So that's what a lot of her styles are based upon, the French and things like that. But the b-boy stance, you know how we're talking about them old hip hop teen stances like that, having your arms wrapped in you. I like that. Okay. Her flow was insane, and I would say her first verse was definitely better. I know sometimes I forget to say who wins in my verses, but I'll try my best to remember this time. But Julia Child definitely took Gordon Ramsay on this first one. I think came out ahead this first little debacle. You're right, namby-pamby, candy-ass pansy. Damn. So nothing too deep that I can see, But just the flow. This was really a big cut and chop, well written flow. I like that. I really like that flow.
You got that off your giant flabby chest. I'd call you donkey, but you look more like Shrek. When the Iron Man chef busts a rhyme, I'll open up on you like a fine red wine. I'm a
Talk to him.
Innovator, you're no creator. Regurgitating French plates like a glorified translator.
See, that's what I was talking about before. Very well written line, definitely solid. You know, so Gordon Ramsay saying he's an innovator with these new dishes and trying to try new things, while, you know, Julia Child just, you know, reinvented something in a new area, like taking the French dishes to America. So that was very interesting that he said that right after I said it. But I did like this line right here. When the Iron Man chef busts a rhyme, you know, you could definitely take that Iron Man, you know, himself, Tony Stark, very arrogant, could definitely have the same qualities within Gordon Ramsay. But Iron Man, Iron Chef, I like that. I like that Iron Chef, the show. But yeah, I like that. Just kind of body shaming the hell out of her, and the donkey. I call you donkey, which is what he called a couple of people donkey in his show, but you look more like Shrek.
But you look more like Shrek. When the Iron Man chef busts a rhyme, I'll open up on you like a fine red wine. I'm a culinary innovator, you're no creator. Regurgitating French plates like a glorified translator.
And then that's what Julia Child said in her last verse, that she was a creator while he's a destroyer, but flipped at him. That was a really solid flip. Very well written. Category for sure.
Regurgitating French plates like a glorified translator. You're past your expiration date. Alright, fuck it. Blue team, drop the bull, you base.
So he brings the people in from the show, but you're past your expiration date. That's mad because Julia Child's dead. So I'm guessing that is her expiration date. She's literally dead. That's probably one of the most blunt ways to say it rather than Ash saying I'm ready to catch a ghost type.
Blue team, drop the bull, you base. I've seen your little show and it sure ain't pretty. One part Big Bird, two parts Miss Piggy.
Oh my god.
Your fatty recipes, call your book master in the art of heart disease. I mean, it's
Oh my. Okay, you know, call your book. So a lot of her book had to do with butter and things like that, because, you know, she was all about butters and like very fatty things. So that's why he's saying that. But I did like this right here. Dude, Gordon Ramsay's mad disrespectful, body shame. One part Big Bird. Like I told you before, Julia Child was tall as hell. She was 6'2". And then I didn't know her weight. I just saw her height when I was looking at the Wikipedia and stuff like that. And I thought that was fucking nuts. But Miss Piggy, I don't know if she was bigger. Oh, the fatty recipes. So I'm wondering if that goes on with her recipes.
Test me with your fatty recipes. Call your book master in the art of heart disease. I mean, it's rubber. Yes, chef. Look at page 408. Tell me who the fuck wants to learn to cook calf brains. You call these
What?
Oh, they're stale and soft. Now here, take this jacket.
Is it over?
Now give it back and fuck off. Oh, please.
Wow, they debated the fuck out of me. I like that. So I do know in his shows, damn, her face right here. But like that's one thing that's pretty common, you know, fuck off, take off your jacket, fuck off. When someone does something really bad or leaves them, you know, taking off your jacket's like, you know, giving up being a chef. And I did like how they debated me at the entrance, and I like how it's like a cliffhanger in the show right here. And the calf brains, like what the hell? Dude, shout out to the ERB team if they came up with it. Whoever did the research, page 408 of her book. Who the hell gets to page 408?
Page 408. Tell me who the fuck wants to learn to cook calf brains. You call these oh, they're stale and soft. Now here, take this jacket. Now give it back and fuck off. Your defeat's guaranteed. Concede. I've got this in the bag.
Okay.
You've done well for yourself, but as a person, you couldn't get a star on you. I could freeze a steak. What's with that bitter taste in every word from your lips? You
okay talking shit because you know, he's a very vulgar man, but frosted tips, Gordon Ramsay's hair, I know my hair is a mess, but I did like, you know, he's saying you can get these stars on the Michelin system, but you couldn't get a star as a person on Yelp because, you know, people wouldn't like Gordon Ramsay's, you know, anger temper, you know, rather how much that is when it comes to the show and off the show. And they're talking about you. I don't know. You scream at women. I don't know what's gonna go on right there, but it's very interesting because I personally I like Gordon Ramsay. I'm sure he's funny as a person, but I like bluntness. If people are blunt, I'm all for it. So that one doesn't hit as much to me. I'd rather someone be blunt and straight to the point than beat around the bush. Then again, Gordon Ramsay may be a little too blunt for people.
What's with that bitter taste in every word from your lip? You scream at women, what the fits that you're pitching make you the busiest bitch in the kitchen. And stick it to ya. Anything's good with enough butter. Oh, I'm so glad you spent this time with me. Now eat a dick. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. She's French, but bone, eat a dick. I like that. That was pretty good. Now, what did she say right here, though? Oh, yeah, like I said, anything's good with enough butter. Melt your stick. And then what did he say? Oh, yeah, so he's saying you yell at women, but you yell at someone. Yelling at someone usually gets them mad. But you yell at women, but you're the pissiest bitch in the kitchen. I like that. I think Julia Child won this one. I think she definitely did. I was expecting Gordon Ramsay to be a little more hot, but for a chef, he wasn't very hot in my opinion. But I think Julia Child won. Let me know in the comment section down below who you guys thought won, and I'll definitely have a poll later. Vote into it. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
Drop like a pair of Yeezys with a 9 for the most cash. Happiness is money on my mind, fucking Prozac. Funny how the haters I reside where they hoes at. All my dick they be calling in my balls, man. All that effort in the girl that even call back. On that first, it ain't surprising if it don't last. Smoke that double, never passing, they can hold that. I'm in the future, they consumed by their whole past.